don't know what hold he's going into. But he is 2,000 above us.
5684 Q8, turn right heading 300.
We've just been told the all clear sirens have gone now. We got a quick word from air traffic that there was an air raid going on or some kind of alert. So we climbed up a bit, joined the hole for a couple of minutes, but by the time we actually got to the hole, they gave the all clear. So hopefully going back in now without incident.
But as soon as the all clear has been given, yet another attack is launched.
I just stop descend 3,000 feet, proceed to Kuwait VR and hold that spot, please. Another emergency siren.
Okay.
So it's back into the holding pattern and another wait.
I'll sort you out. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, talk 4 now, proceed to Kuwait VOR, hold the public flight on 60.
So far the Iraqi missiles have either been shot down by the Patriots or fallen harmlessly into the desert. But until the all clear is given, the crew must stay on full alert, scanning the skies for incoming missiles.
I think it must be because we're going to a hold. Out your side?
Kuwait, talk 4 now, we're holding at this time at flight level 60.
Talk 49 Q8, thank you. And descend to flight level 50.
Flight level 50, talk 4.
There's one taxiing to get over, which is a good place to be when there's an alert on. Yeah. I wonder if it's anything to do with that SSM update they got from that. Well, might be. Record. It's one of ours, I think. It's weird why I wouldn't take it.
Oscar 5684 Q8, we have all clear siren now, fly heading 300.
But as the crew are about to land, there's yet another missile warning. This time it's their own onboard system, telling them their plane is the target.
It's alright, you're alright, keep going. Right, I won't punch any off, I'm happy. Okay.
Oscar 5684, clear to land 15.
The aircraft's defensive system is so sensitive that on this occasion it's given a false alarm. This time, no action is needed.
And the lights panels remaining off. Hydraulic panel is set.
Check altitude.
Seat silence has been. Hey. I will be. I'll be the sub altimeter. You've got 10, 13, 1200 feet. Yeah, that is set out some.
But coming hot on the heels of two real alerts, it's an unnerving coincidence.
But obviously they've just had a couple of air raids and suddenly we're getting a warning on our defensive system, so difficult call for us certainly. Yeah, just a little bit. It does fetch to mind obviously, you know, what is it, probably day 5 of the war, and still Q8 are getting, you know, air raid warnings. But it's certainly not safe there at the moment, so yeah, we just got to keep our wits about us when we go up country. Shutdowns. Standby AI.
Missile alerts or not, the resupplying of the frontline forces must continue. So far, there have been at least 6 air raid warnings every day in Kuwait, sometimes more. None have been false alarms. For the squadrons flying the new J Hercules, this is their first full-scale operational deployment.
No service.
By the end of their 6-week stint, they'll have hauled over 1,800 tons of cargo, including 28,000 mailbags. They'll also have flown more than 1,000 hours. For some crews, the moment when they'll cross the border into Iraq for the first time is not too far away. For the tactical crews from the K squadrons, the war is over. It's time to meet up with the family again.
Oh, what a hug!
You got a good hug?
What a good hug! You're a good hugger, aren't you?
Right. You haven't got your hair left.
I know, sorry, I'm sure. You missed me. I missed you too, darling, very much. We've just had 2 weeks of living next to a runway in a tent with several missile warnings every night, so a bit knackered now. I'm looking forward to a bar.
I expected him to be away for months, so it's only been about 2.5 weeks, so no, it's excellent. And obviously Alex is pleased to see him too.
We crossed the border once in support of the American Marines, which I guess is something we can take home. But mixture of emotions at the moment. Feel a bit of a fraud, really, coming back so early after just a week. But who knows? At home for another week or so, and then maybe back out when the situation changes.
You can just see out right here the throwback from the first Gulf War. You can see the cracks and holes at the top. That was from the old bunker busting shells from Gulf War I. Not the place to be on the facing the pointy end of an A-10, unfortunately. No, brake pressures are good.
Crew 5's second stop is an airbase in the Kuwait desert, shared by British and American squadrons. It's another round-the-clock operation. Competing for space with the Harrier jets, the Hercules crews must make a quick turnaround. This time, once they've delivered the cargo, it's time for the Hercules to undergo a quick transformation from cargo plane to passenger aircraft. For some bases, the Hercules flights are the only way to get personnel in or out.
Right, can you all hear me? Has everybody flown on a J model here before? No. Right, okay. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you'll hear some rings on alarm bells, okay? If you're wandering around the aircraft, just return to your seats and strap in, and you'll be told exactly what to do by myself. My name's Dave. If you've got any problems at all during the flight, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be floating around the back end or at the front, okay? As I say, if there is an emergency, which is highly unlikely, just return to your seat, strap in, okay? You'll be told what to do. The emergency exits on the aircraft are obviously the ramp and door, the two parachutist doors at the rear, just forward of the pallet, and on the J model we've got these two side exits, which I'm standing opposite. Okay, bearing in mind if you use the side exits, go forward once you leave the aeroplane.
Make sure you're next right and contact channel right, you'll be number 3 in line.
Oh, that is absolutely awesome. Too loud, man, too loud. Another one as well. 2 more taxiing out. We're going to be stuck here, aren't we? Oh yeah, yeah. I'm going to drop.
This is one of the frontline air bases. The waves of aircraft leaving on bombing missions get priority in the race for takeoff slots. For Crew 5, it's a front row seat in the war as they wait their turn to take to the skies. In the midst of war, it's a proud day in RAF Lynham's history.
Lynham's about to get a visit by the Prime Minister and Mrs. Blair, which is probably about the most terrifying thing that's happened to me in a year as station commander. Final preparations are complete. We're just waiting the arrival.
2, go and tell him to turn it off. Amazing, isn't it?
It's just at the right time. The war is 2 weeks into now, and people are suffering a bit of fatigue and a bit of unease. So in terms of bolstering the families and the people that work in here, it's perfectly timed. And for the Prime Minister and Mrs. Blair to make themselves available for this, it's just fantastic. And in truth, we're probably representing the Royal Air Force as a whole, not just the station today, because I doubt very much whether the couple will be able to do many of these in their time. So, you know, I've got a message on behalf of the Royal Air Force to pass, which is thanks very much for your support, and we're doing a bloody good job at the moment.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Lynham, sir.
Thank you.
Ray Lott. This is my wife, Sarah.
Hi.
I think it'll go extremely well. Actually, everybody is very excited, and the number 10 officers who have been with us for the last day or so to help us organise have stressed it's very much a visit to show support to the families, the people that work here, very informal.
How was Aldershot?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
It was fine. I have my daughter with me.
Yeah, we've got 51 Hercs. And actually, that's all I've got left at the moment because they're all out doing a busy job. So
It's got to be a day that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And when my dear old dad sees this on the news tonight, as no doubt he will, and there'll be a tear in his eye.
right, okay, that's those. So right, so can we prevail upon you and Mrs. Blair to sign our visitors book? Yeah, all there. So.
Signing pen that actually works.
Yes. I'll just make sure you leave it there. So, can I offer you a cup of tea?
Yeah. Thank you.
030, maintain 7,000 feet.
Yeah, it's all good fun tonight, isn't it? Cheers.
Back in the Gulf, it's thunderstorms, not missiles, causing the problem this time.
Maintain 5,000 feet on reaching.
See on yours, so that's that one there. Then there's two good big ones there. Yeah. But I think if we go left of that one, which we're going to do at the minute, and then we're going to have to try and get through those. It's going to be entertaining.
Gulf question, Indian Airline. Air India 8730 heading.
Hey, that's a nice one. Corker, that. Yep.
Throttle.
Shut up, you daft bint. Ooh. She might be nice, you never know. She is nice.
Turn left there.
He's going to get bumpy in this one, yeah, guarantee it.
Ascot 865, question 5686. Turn left heading 120.
I think that'll be alright actually. That should be alright, I'll take us around this one. Okay. The biggest problem you've got is the updrafts and downdrafts in the thunderstorms. Okay, I've looked at the drill, there's nothing. If you took a Herc or any aircraft really through a very large thunderstorm, it's liable just to rip the wings off. So that's why we'd always make such an effort to avoid them. Once you get clear of this, if it's not too bumpy, Dave, if you want to go down the back and just see if there's any ice on the left inboard. Will do, yeah.
The first stop on the Prime Minister's visit is the headquarters of the J Hercules squadrons.
He knows his people a little bit better than do I. This is Mike Neville, sir. He's off to command another 47 squadron.
Aircrew from all of Lynham's squadrons, including some just back from the Gulf, have also been invited to meet Tony and Cherie Blair.
Came back at the weekend. We were out for 2 weeks, did a few cross-border missions, and we wanted to stay out longer, so to be honest, but the need for air dropping with 16 hours off the gate went, so there was no need for us to stay, so we came back.
As night falls in the Gulf, the intensity of the storms becomes clear.
That's over 100 miles away, that. That's how big it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a storm.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's a belter. It's got a lot of power in it, actually. Yeah, you don't want to be in there at all. It's sat right over the top of Doha, so all the launches from there are going to have some interesting times. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to our Lynham Hive.
Yes.
Do let me show you around, meet our families.
Incredible place.
It's fab.
Yeah. How are you? Hello. How are you?
Do some. Would you like to step me closer?
Hi James, how are you doing?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Were you watching the football last night?
I was.
Were you? It's a good result.
This is my child, I'm afraid.
Right. Sophie.
These are
the group captains.
Well, you're very proud of what you've done.
Who's got the cake? Who's got the cake for the Prime Minister? So we all have a chat about things and, yeah.
We're used to that. I mean, this is obviously busier than it normally is now.
No, well, we could have about 40 children in the morning, no problem. It's been a massive morale booster for all of us to know that we do genuinely, having met him, he did come over to us and say, I had to do this, and that's a massive thing for us to have your Prime Minister tell you, I have to do this when your man is committed to go to war on behalf of the country.
It meant a lot, the visit today from Mr Blair. It was nice to be able to express to him how supportive of him we are. At the end of the day, he has sent my husband overseas, but we support him 100%. We really do, yeah.
When all you see on the front pages is people protesting, that's your partner, that's the father of your kids. And it means a lot to us, and it's something we do believe in, and we do support them.
It is good as well, because Lynham does such a lot all of the time, not just now, it does it all of the time. We are so busy supporting everything about the decisions he makes, and it's so nice for him to come and appreciate that, because it doesn't always happen, and I think it's really good.
Minimums.
Yeah, it is now.
Glide slope.
It's been quite interesting today. A lot of thunderstorms around. When we were actually going into Kuwait, the radar failed temporarily, so we were a little bit blind on where the thunderstorms were. So that was quite interesting. And then coming out again out of Kuwait, lots and lots of thunderstorms around. So we've been dodging those for really the whole hour coming into here in Bahrain. Oh God, floaty, come on. We've got a fairly interesting load down the back. We've a real mix of things today. We've actually got blood to go out to some of the ships. We've got formaldehyde for whatever that's going to be used for, and a complete variety of other things. It proves that actually there is always the constant need to provide the support for all these things, and they have to get there somewhere.
I normally put my name down for once a month. It takes me about a month to get the hang of 4 hymns. With a bit more practice, that might be acceptable for public consumption. I am a Christian. I have a Christian faith, as do all my family. And although I don't make a big fuss about the fact the station commander comes to church, I do like people to know that the station commander does go to church, because I think that's important for the rest of our community, that those are my morals, my values, my faith as well. I'm a military man. It's a honest profession. I'm supporting my country. We are a Christian-based country, but with all the other faiths, we all share the same values, and frankly, most of us believe in the same God, and I don't see any conflict between the two. I'm not saying we're going out and bombing Iraq in the name of God or anything like that. This is not a crusade, but I think as a Christian, I think it is a endeavour that is worthwhile, and we're doing it to the very best of our abilities. Well, we're 2 weeks into the war now, and we are in a pretty steady state at the moment. In truth, the people are working hard here, but they're not working flat out. They're working hard out in theatre in very physical, strenuous conditions, and I'm expecting in the next couple of weeks that fatigue will probably begin to tell on our medics, on our movers, on the aircrew, on the aircraft. I mean, I hear that we're beginning to pick up small snags on the aircraft themselves that are showing, well, they're getting a bit tired of being out in a hot and sandy environment. And one of the reasons why I'm planning to go out tomorrow night is so that I can go around and make my own judgment to a degree on the state of the people and the equipment, and bring them the good news that we're still thinking very much of them back home, that we're doing all we can to support.